we are walking into a trap. Right now, all around the country, the lights are going up. The music in the stores is getting cheerful. There's this massive, coordinated push to make us feel like everything is normal, like we should be out there spending, but look just beneath the surface. And you see something terrifying. We aren't paying for this life with money we have anymore. We are paying for it with our future. There is a silent crisis happening at kitchen tables across America right now. It's the realization that the American dream is currently being financed on 20% interest rates and installment plans that never seem to end. Today we need to talk about the debt bomb that is ticking under the floorboards of our economy. To understand where we are today, we have to look back just a few years. Remember 2020? The world stopped. And for a brief moment, American savings rates actually shot up. We were stuck at home, governments were sending out stimulus checks, and we weren't commuting or eating out. But then the doors reopened. And we saw what economists call revenge spending. We wanted to make up for lost time. We traveled, we renovated our homes, we bought the things we denied ourselves. Then reality hit. Inflation arrived. It wasn't just a little bump. It was a shock to the system. Suddenly the basics, groceries, gas, utilities, were eating up the money that used to be fun money. And this is where the shift happened. Instead of pulling back on lifestyle, many Americans bridged the gap with credit. We got used to a certain standard of living during the pandemic rebound, and when inflation made that standard unaffordable, we didn't adjust down, we borrowed up. We normalized living just beyond our means. Month after month, let's look at the hard truth of where that has landed us today. The numbers are staggering, and they paint a picture of an economy that is running on fumes. As of late 2023 and heading into 2024, total household debt in the United States hit a record high of over $17 trillion. But the number that really keeps me up at night is credit card debt. Americans now collectively owe over $1.08 trillion on their credit cards. That is over $1 trillion. But it gets worse, because traditional credit isn't the only player anymore. We have seen the massive explosion of buy now, pay later services. You see them at every online checkout now. Split this $50 purchase into 4 easy payments of $12.50. It sounds harmless, it sounds helpful, but it is psychologically brilliant consumer engineering. It takes the pain out of paying. It makes a $100 purchase feel like a $25 purchase today. Recent data suggests that dozens of millions of Americans have used these services in the last year alone. And a terrifying percentage of those users, some studies say nearly 1/3, are using these installment plans to cover essentials like groceries. Think about that. We aren't just financing luxuries anymore. We are financing survival 4 installments at a time. Philosophical. What does this do to a society? When an entire culture is optimized for immediate consumption and deferred payment, it fundamentally changes how we operate. It creates a fragile, when you are maxed out on credit cards and juggling 5 different buy now, pay later plans, you have zero margin for error. If your car breaks down, if the furnace goes out, that's not an inconvenience. That is a financial disaster. It also fuels this intense underlying anxiety. I talk to people who look successful on the outside. They have the renovated kitchen with the quartz countertops. They drive the nice SUV, but behind closed doors, they are drowning. They are working 50, 60 hours a week just to service the interest on the debt they bought that lifestyle with. We have created a culture where appearing wealthy is more important than actually being financially healthy. We are trading our peace of mind for stuff. And this directly impacts the themes we talk about here. Home improvement, DIY, building real value. How can you invest in your home? How can you build real equity if your paycheck is already spoken for before it even hits your account because you bought clothes and electronics 6 months ago that you haven't paid off yet? I want you to picture a typical family right now heading into this holiday season. Let's call them the Millers. Yeah, they are good people. They work hard, but inflation crushed their budget this year. Their grocery bill is up 30% from 2 years ago. Their insurance premiums just jumped. They don't have extra cash, but the pressure is on. The commercials are telling them they need to make this holiday magical for their kids. They feel the social pressure to show up with gifts. So what do? They go online. They see that gaming console the kids want. It's $500. They don't have $500, but there is that little button, pay $125 today. They click it. It feels like a relief. They solve the immediate problem, then they do it for clothes, then they do it for decorations. By January, the magic of the holiday is gone. The decorations are back in the attic. But the Millers are staring at a dozen different payment schedules. They are robbing their February paychecks to pay for December's memories. This isn't lazy people wanting free stuff. This is the squeeze of the modern American economy combined with sophisticated marketing designed to make us forget the consequences of borrowing. It's a trap designed to keep the middle class running on a hamster wheel, generating interest payments for banks instead of wealth for themselves. So how do we fight back? Because that's what this is now. It's a fight for your financial sovereignty, and the first step is the hardest. We have to opt out of the madness. So we have to stop caring about what other people think our life should look like. Okay? We need a return to radical self-reliance, and in the context of our channel, that means embracing the true spirit of DIY. True DIY isn't just about fixing a leaky faucet yourself to save $200 on a plumber. Though that is great, true DIY culture is about understanding the value of things. It's about mending what you have instead of replacing it. It's about finding satisfaction in creating rather than consuming. We need to break the addiction to easy monthly payments. If you cannot buy it twice, you cannot afford it. That is a tough rule, but it is a freeing one. We have to adapt our expectations. Maybe a successful holiday season isn't defined by the pile of presents under the tree, but by the fact that you enter January with zero new debt. That is the greatest gift you can give your future self. It requires a mindset shift from how can I finance this to how can I live without this until I actually own it. The systems around us, the advertising, the easy credit, the societal pressure, they are all designed to make you a lifelong debtor. They want you compliant, working hard to pay off yesterday's choices, but you have the power to say no. You have the power to stop the cycle, okay? I want to leave you with this question today, and I really want you to wrestle with it in the comments below. As we head into this season of supreme pressure to spend, what are you currently buying to impress people who don't matter with money you don't actually have? And more importantly, what piece of your future freedom are you willing to sacrifice to have it right now? Think about that. Let's talk about it down below. Stay strong, stay solvent. I'll see you tomorrow.